15 things you didn't know about Salt Bae. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello Aluxers, and welcome back to another amazing video. This time we're taking a look at the very eccentric and famous chef who you've probably seen before even if you don't know his name. Salt Bae broke the internet when a video of him lovingly preparing a steak and elaborately sprinkling it with salt became 2017's first great meme. His real name is Nusret Gökçe, and he's a Turkish chef with a huge Instagram following of 3.9 million. His flamboyant style and dexterous knife skills have made him world famous. But what don't we know about Salt Bae? Alux.com is dedicated to becoming the world's best resource on the most influential people in celebrity and internet culture. So, here are 15 things you didn't know about the Turkish chef commonly referred to as Salt Bae. Number 1. He owns 5 steak restaurants in Turkey and Dubai. Gökçe's career has been soaring regardless of his internet fame. He owns steak restaurants in 4 locations in his native Turkey: Istanbul, Marmaris, Ankara, and Bodrum. He's also expanded into the United Arab Emirates, opening another of his popular restaurants in Dubai. Salt Bae's restaurant business is reportedly a multi-million-dollar empire. Number 2. Salt Bae's London and New York restaurants are coming soon. Building on his popularity even further, Gökçe will be expanding his empire into 2 of the world's most famous cities. His sights have been set on New York and London, despite the fact that the famous chef can't speak any English. He doesn't see this as an obstacle though, telling a journalist that he can communicate with people through meat. Number 3. Leonardo DiCaprio had the privilege of seeing Salt Bae sprinkle salt in person. Leo is arguably the smoothest man in Hollywood, and when he isn't on a yacht with models, he's getting up close and personal with Salt Bae's meat skills. DiCaprio dined at one of the Turkish chef's restaurants, and was treated to seeing that famous salt sprinkle at his table. Twitter, of course, went nuts. Check out our video about the 10 weirdest and craziest restaurants in the world to find out where else the rich and famous like to dine. Number 4. British footballer Danny Welbeck celebrated a goal by doing a Salt Bae. After being injured and unable to play for 265 days, Arsenal player Danny Welbeck celebrated his return to the pitch by imitating the famous chef's elaborate way of sprinkling salt. His Salt Bae celebration caught Gökçe's eye, and he thanked him on Instagram. This isn't the chef's first foray into football royalty either. He's cooked for Manuel Neuer and Fabio Capello before. Number 5. Salt Bae went viral again in February when he danced with a dead pig. Proving how much he loves his meat, Salt Bae was shown dancing with a dead pig in one of his many restaurants, probably showing it some love before he started to season it for the barbecue. He went viral again, of course, racking up 4 million views in just one day. Some thought he'd gone too far, however, and that his salsa wasn't very hygienic. Number 6. In a brief interview with Vice, Gökçe said what he thought of vegetarianism. Despite going viral, Gökçe has kept a lot of details about himself quiet. One lucky interviewer got to sit down with him though, and asked him one of the questions we all want to know the answer to: could he ever be vegetarian? Despite claiming that he can't speak English, he responded by saying, "I sell meat. We eat nothing but meat." So that's a no then. Number 7. Late Show host James Corden is a big fan too. The late-night host dedicated a whole segment of his show to the charismatic, ultra-smooth chef. Discussing Gökçe's meat skills, Corden called it the most erotic thing he's ever seen. Corden even thinks he deserves the title of the Christian Grey of meat. Corden then played a slightly lesser-known video of Gökçe rubbing butter into a fillet of beef, saying that his videos give me the meat sweats. Number 8. Gökçe is meticulous when it comes to choosing the meat for his restaurants. A man who treats his meat so lovingly must be highly involved in the farming process. His restaurant manager Mesut claims that the selection process for meat brought for the restaurant is very strict. In an interview with Vice, He says that Mr. Nusret selects only the finest meat. From 5 tons, he might choose as little as 100 kilograms to serve. Number 9. Ben Affleck has been spotted wearing a graphic Salt Bae t-shirt. Few memes are so popular that they spawn their own t-shirts, so Salt Bae is clearly here to stay. Both Ben Affleck and Rihanna have been spotted in Salt Bae t-shirts, featuring the over-the-top chef sprinkling hearts in a monochromatic design. It costs just $15 on Amazon, so it's easy to get your hands on one too. Number 10. An Australian man had Salt Bae tattooed on his forearm. A tattoo and meat fan decided to get the famous Turkish chef tattooed on his forearm in the perfect position for salt sprinkling, shortly after the original video went viral. Sharing it on Instagram, thousands of people liked the picture, proving that some people will get absolutely anything tattooed on their body if it gets them internet points. Number 11. His signature salt sprinkle was not showing off. The famous and iconic salting at the end of the video might look planned or staged, but Salt Bae has assured his viewers that it absolutely was not. You can think of it as a kind of final touch for a painting. It was blessing the meat. The salt sprinkle is Gökçe's signature move and totally unique to him. Number 12. Salt Bae had very humble beginnings in a poor family. Gökçe revealed in an interview that he was born into a mining family with very little money. He couldn't stay in education because the family couldn't afford to keep him there, and his parents are actually illiterate. Discussing his background, Gökçe confessed that people see me as uncouth. His family's misfortune became the making of him, though. His inability to stay in school meant that he began working as a butcher's apprentice at age 14. Number 13. He works 18 hours a day. Facts about Salt Bae are thin on the ground, but the ones he does reveal are impressive to say the least. In one of his few interviews, he told a Turkish magazine that he's never taken a day off and works for 18 hours a day. This might be a bit of an exaggeration, but it's certainly believable that he'd spend every waking hour next to a grill. Number 14. A Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi has dined at Salt Bae's UAE restaurant. Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, who is the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, recently became yet another wealthy celebrity to dine at one of Gökçe's steakhouses. He took a snap with the man himself, too. The Sheikh had a largely political career and is also the Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces, but that doesn't mean he doesn't like to kick back and eat a bit of steak. Number 15. Salt Bae has given birth to Noodle Bae. The internet is a fickle place. As soon as we'd whet our appetites with Salt Bae, we were looking for the next big thing on Instagram. Say hello to Noodle Bae. This Chinese chef was filmed preparing an extra-long noodle with an incredible style while dancing, showing off his sense of rhythm in more ways than one. His video was viewed 80 million times. We live in the internet age, and the internet has given birth to some pretty huge celebrities. It's also a great tool for highlighting the work of people who we otherwise would never have heard of, and Salt Bae is a great example. He's everything you want from an internet celebrity. He's flamboyant, one of a kind, and absolutely himself. If you could dine at one of Nusret Gökçe's restaurants, what would you order? Would you go for the signature steak that made him famous, or would you choose one of his lesser-known specialties? Oh, you're still here? Well, here's something else you probably didn't know about the chef also known as Salt Bae. He may or may not have 9 children. He posted a photo on Instagram of himself surrounded by children with the caption, "A man who does not spend time with his family is not really a man." It's not clear whether or not he's had time to have 9 children, but if he has, they will undoubtedly be well fed. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.